29 forecast.
Well, another hot and humid day. Most of us made it into the upper 80s, even a few low 90s. There is the view currently at the airport. We've got some scattered clouds out there. Some are cumulus, some are high cirrus clouds. Made it up to 89 at the airport today, but it felt like it was in the lower 90s. Even at this hour it does, with a dew point of 68 degrees. Very humid. Currently in the Shenandoah Valley, 83. Made it up to a high of 87 earlier this afternoon. Some other readings, we've got 86 in Louisa. We currently have 81 in Waynesboro, 85 in Livingston, and 84 currently in Madison. Here's a live look at NBC29's Doppler radar, and it's been pretty quiet over the last several hours. Now, what happens later tonight? Well, we'll be watching what happens farther west and what happens farther north. Currently, there are some storms down toward Roanoke. Here we are near Roanoke and Roanoke County, out toward Craig County. Then we go a little farther south. There's been some storms out toward Blacksburg and then out toward portions of Floyd County. And you can see some activity here south and west of Roanoke. Again, the atmosphere is still favorable for some isolated severe storms that could take us into the late night, even overnight period. But by and large, the big threat for severe weather is ongoing across portions of Ohio, downwind of the Great Lakes, and then another cluster moving through Tennessee and portions of the Carolinas. But this is a little cluster that's developed here across southeastern West Virginia and far southwest Virginia. Continue to monitor that. So the area is outlooked, especially farther north and west in this green shaded, darker green shaded area, for at least a marginal risk for isolated severe storms, those that the main threat being damaging wind gusts. Temperatures here overnight with partly cloudy skies in the mid to upper 60s. Now, we could still see some late night showers and storms, but we're not guaranteed that. But the front will be coming through from now till about midday tomorrow. So until it does clear the region, we'll still have a shower or thunder shower threat. Temperatures here tomorrow were pretty toasty, in the low 90s across much of central Virginia, some middle 80s in the Shenandoah Valley. The winds will shift out of the northwest by the afternoon, and that'll be the process of helping to dry out the atmosphere, so the humidity will drop. It'll be more noticeable as we move into Saturday and a pretty nice weekend. It's been a long time since we've had a weekend that will be relatively dry. No storms and not one or both weekend days impacted by storminess. Now again, you can see some of the watch boxes that are farther to our north, one that's farther to our south. These are large clusters of storms working through Ohio, again downwind of Pittsburgh, and then we've got another cluster down across the deep south that have moved through Chattanooga, and look at those storms just north of Atlanta. So the front itself is not going to clear the region until midday tomorrow, and of course those areas that have been impacted by the storms have certainly been rain cooled. So here's the model depiction tonight. It does show some activity moving in, and then we'll watch this as we head through the late night and overnight period, and then by morning it should move away, and then much of the day tomorrow the front will still be pushing east, mainly east of I-95, but it'll still be warm or toasty, and then Saturday we'll see daytime highs topping out in the middle 80s, but a noticeable drop in the humidity. So we'll watch for some showers and storms. Some of those could get going later tonight, mid 60s to around 70. There's a look at the Michael and Son 7-day forecast. A toasty day tomorrow, but the humidity begins to slowly drop off, more noticeable here this weekend, and then the summer muggies and more storm chances return by early next week. Casey and Steve.
All right, Eric, thank you.
Thank you so much.